Our apparent is 18 knots. And I know that's not a lot for you seasoned sailors, but for us noobs, it's a bit of a circus ride, a fairground ride. Especially when the big waves come past us. A wild ride. Our true wind is 20 knots at the moment. Our apparent is 18 knots. And I know that's not a lot for you seasoned sailors, but for us noobs, it's a bit of a circus ride, a fairground ride. Especially when the big waves come past us. So we're just about to have breakfast.
Yeah, we're having breakfast. Actually, the waves remind me a bit of when we were learning in Gibraltar, but we don't have an instructor with us. So, you know, so we're strapped on and we're eating. And we're getting there.
And we're going over there, past that island, to Eos. Yeah, because the AIS is gone.
Now that's cool enough.
What are you doing?
I'm just trying to hold on.
Pick that up because it's got a radio attached to it.
Button on that too now.
In your box! For fuck's sake.
I'm trying to film a simple sequence so far because I can't hold on to anything. I managed to turn off the navigation instruments. I've knocked the VHF radio out of its little hole. I'm in his bad books.
It's a special kind of punishment for people like you.
So, prognosis, Captain?
I'll have to read the instruction manual to get the telltales doing that. Anyway, we're still going the way we want to go. We're still moving forward. We haven't got the engine on, so sit back, relax and be happy.
I can do that.
You may have just heard me mention that the AIS had gone off. So I think this is a good opportunity for me to give a short explanation as to how we use AIS on board ABC. Out there on the horizon you can see a big cargo ship and it's definitely headed in our direction. Now, all these commercial vessels have to have AIS transponder. Not all yachts have to have an AIS transceiver. We are very lucky to have one on board though, because if we take a look at the AIS information from this guy, we can see that he is 689 feet long, so he's a big boy. And in about 9 minutes time, he will pass in front of us just under 1 nautical mile away. I can also see from looking at the information on the right hand side of the screen in the middle there that he is heading to Valencia in Spain. You can see ES for Spain and VLC for Valencia. So it's based on the same thing as the 3-letter code that you have for the various airports around the world. And that's what he now looks like, passing just under 1 nautical mile in front of us.
Well, we made it to EOS. It was an interesting trip. It was a big trip, and the anchoring was also a story. So I'll let Paz tell you.
Yeah, so we were expecting 20 knots, maximum 25 from behind, but pretty much all the way it was on the beam. That was okay. Just a head sail out, we were doing good. And then just as we came around the northern corner of EOS, the wind picked up to 30 knots, just like instantly, boom. And the waves, and the waves were getting confused. So like the waves were going one way and the wind was blowing the other way. So that got a bit bouncy. It took a while to, once we got outside this port here, it took a while to get that head sail furled away in 30 knots of wind, I'll tell you. And then when we came into here, we waited for Mike to come in and drop his anchor and help us out, because Ange's still incapacitated with her broken wrist. So he comes in first, and then we have them grab our lines, and we usually pull up alongside them.
Stern to.
Stern to, of course, yeah. But it gets still blowing 30 knots of wind. And I've watched Mike. Now Mike is a 20-year sailing veteran. I watched him try and get his anchor in 6 times. It finally went in. And I said to Mike, I said, look, I've watched you do that 6 times. There's no way I'm coming in there. It says on my chart that this is an anchorage. We'll drop our big mantis and wait it out. That's not a problem for us. So we did. We went as far, because there's big ferries coming here, 2 big ones, while we were circling round and round. So we went over the far side as much as we can. We're about 7 meters of water, where ferries probably wouldn't go. And then the port police come along on the shore, go
in a little shiny car with, you know, big blue flashing lights and
So obviously they thought we were too close for the ferries. Now, luckily, Mike spoke to one of the blokes here on the side, on the quayside, and we're now tied up side on in the emergency zone, because Ange's got a broken wrist.
I know, I was so grateful. I nearly cried. Been doing a lot of that lately.
So we're here for 2 nights, because the wind's still going to stay up tomorrow, and we ain't going out in that. So the bloke charged us €21, and we gave him €25 for helping us out.
Yeah. So we're here.
Yeah.
So what an adventure that was. We did it on our own.
We did.
Just the 2 of us in the boat.
Yeah.
Well done.
So now I'm going to have a beer.
And I'm going to have a big wine.
We're in. We did say we're in EOS.
We're in EOS.
EOS, yeah. The Greek island of EOS.
One of the Cyclades.
Yeah.
In the Aegean.
We might take a look around tomorrow, because we're here
Love to.
tonight and tomorrow night.
Yeah. That'd be really, I think that would be really good.
Yeah.
I think we need to stop now.
Yeah.
You look knackered.
I am knackered. It's mentally tiring. It is so mentally tiring. Yeah.
Hello, how are you? Good. 2 adults, please. Thank you very much.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Well, we just jumped on the bus, and the place that we wanted to get off apparently was just 2 kilometers away from the port where we're staying, and we didn't think that was it when we got there because it happened so quickly. And so we decided to get off here. Pretty much looks like everywhere's closed, closed down for the winter. There's just a few handful of people around.
There's a bar
that may be open, but it would have been a great place to drop anchor, and dinghy ashore. So we're going to find a bar, have a beer, regroup, find out what time the bus takes us back to the place where we should have got off, and take it from there. Reminds me of a Christa Berg song with the lyrics, "An out-of-season holiday town in the rain." It's not raining, but it's definitely an out-of-season holiday town. But there's got to be a bar open. All the locals need a beer. After our day trip out, we finally stopped for lunch back in the port, and believe it or not, Anne's not yet had a Greek salad while we've been in Greece, so today she is. And I am having lamb souvlaka with chips or French fries, whichever you like to call it. Potatoes, potatoes.
It's 7:10 on Monday the 8th of October, and at the moment we're doing big circles in Eos Bay. Why? We're waiting for Mira to leave their mooring, and then both of us are going to make about a 10-hour journey to Astapelia, which is the most western island of the Dodecanese Islands in Greece, as we make our way to Turkey. It's all a bit exciting. We've looked at windy today, and it seems as if we're going to get very light winds for most of the way. It might increase a little bit towards the end of our journey, but that will also give us fairly calm seas. Is the AG, and I know. Might not happen, but that's what Windy's predicting. So after our last passage, where we had sort of 25 knot winds increasing to 30 knot winds for the last half hour, calm passage would be lovely. Although it would be nice to get enough wind so that we can put at least the head sail up. And I can see Mirror 2 just leaving the harbour and coming up behind us. So we're off. The 10-hour trip gave us time to chill out and chat. Here's the helm with the autopilot on duty. Along the way we saw a few boats, including this fishing vessel. It was calm enough to make lunch down below. I'd already chopped up salad and made coleslaw to make my job easier. As we'd hoped for, we got enough wind to sail part of the way. The approach into the harbour was through a channel which opened out onto a sheltered bay. After putting out the fenders, I tried to tie Bowl in one-handed in a mooring line. I'm stubborn, so I struggled with it. But in the end, I gave it to Baz. Soon after, we were rafted alongside Mira 2 in our home for the night in Astapalaya. Hello.
Our overnight stop tonight is here at this very secluded and isolated little inland bay. You would just sail straight past it if you didn't know it was here. Mike has been here several times when he's been delivering boats backwards and forwards across the Mediterranean. Very small dock. We were rafting up to our companion boat Mira, and just as we were tying off the last line, a catamaran came in, so they've rafted up with us. This guy here, he's the local restaurant owner. He and his wife run this place. He goes out and fishing. He's caught some really good fish, octopus and squid, so I guess that's what's on the menu for dinner tonight. I am also assured that they do have cold beer. So this is exactly what I wanted, and probably what Ansha wanted. We're not too fussed about stern to in a marina and along harbour walls and stuff like that with all the amenities, and this is the adventure that we were searching for. Isolated little places where you could get to meet the locals, go into what is essentially their home, and eat and drink with them and be merry. So this is just a brilliant little place. So as the sun goes down, I'm going to get a fresh battery for this camera. I'm going to get some good clothes on, and we're going to dine in fine style here tonight. And this is what the octopus looks like after it's been in the kitchen and presented. Morning, Michael.
Morning, sir.
Look at you being all healthy.
Greek yogurt in Greece.
I'm having sugar and chocolate.
Is everything wrong about that? The following day, after one of us had a healthy breakfast, we untied the lines and headed out of the narrow channel on our way to Nisseros. Mike had said it may be choppy in the channel, and as we left the bay, we discovered just how rough it was going to be. Join us next week on Sailing ABC as we slam through waves, losing our port nav-light cover as we leave Astapalea for Nisseros and then onto the island of Simi. If you've enjoyed this video, do give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe and click the bell icon so that you're notified of future videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time.